today I'm actually here to give you the lowdowns of the Big Brother Niger highlights, the 11, right? The 11, yeah. Sorry, I missed some other days, just that some things I could not run away from. But then I'm here now. Okay, yesterday's episodes of Big Brother Niger highlights started with Watoni V and Nengi talking about relationships. Yeah, they were just teasing each other back and forth. Tony was saying that Nengi has been in a rectangle, they were just teasing themselves, and she was also talking about her own triangles and all that. And she was like, this time around, I think, as in, she was making reference to her relationship with Brighto. This time around, she was going to make it a straight line, that it was going to work. You understand that it wasn't going to be a triangle anymore. And literally, she was saying that because I think Dorothy at that time was somehow in the picture, which up to today I still don't understand that her is it agreement or with Dorothy pertaining Brighto. Did Dorothy even really like Brighto, or just, sometimes when you're locked in the same environment as they always see, that you just tend to find someone attractive just like that. Then the next episode showed Lekon mimicking Kid Wire's dance steps. Kid Wire doesn't know how to dance, so they were just mimicking him, that he dances offbeat, and they were just laughing, they were just having fun. Lakon, and okay. Then the next episode was Lakon Prince also talking about their punishment. Yeah, then if you remember, they were punished for a lot of things, infringement of mic, and all those rules that they kind of broke, so they had to be responsible for their actions, and they were given punishment. So somehow the next thing was the diary room sessions, where they were talking about evictions. As usual, when after eviction, as eviction is usually on Sunday, on Monday diary session is usually the talks about eviction. How did you feel about the evicted housemates? You nominated who, or the normal this thing. So the next thing that happened was the next episode was Watoni is being asked about love in the house. Like, they were just talking. I think they were talking with Eric. They were talking about Erica actually, and she said she was surprised that Erica came and hugged her or something like that. Now at that time, I think she was becoming stable with Brighto, so Erica no longer looked at her as a threat. Yeah, I think so. So the next one was okay, then back then, Erica, I'm so glad that these highlights are coming back, because we had forgotten, we the viewers, the fans, we had forgotten a lot of things, but I'm so glad they are bringing this thing back again. Now if you remember, Kid Wire and Erica had punishments actually. So there was the tax of the head of house. So I think Erica was not allowed to be part of it, and she was not allowed to be deputy. Kidwire was also to stay away, because he was the incumbent head of house. So of course he was not going to partake in the tax. That was how it was then. So Big Brother was just trying to shape in things and just make the rules clearer to them. But that, at the end of that competition, that day, the head of house competition, also was the one that won. Like, there was something about Ozo's reign. They all liked him in the house, that's the truth. And he was always reigning, will I say, supreme in the house. Like, he had this way of bringing everybody together. It was easy for him to coordinate these housemates. They listened to him, and he just had this authority, and he carried himself well. For me, that's what I saw. And Ozo's reigns always saw them to victory, because that week there was the Indomie challenge. Yeah, they were paired to just display culture and all that, and they won about 4M or so, yeah, 4 million naira. They won, and that was it. So also after winning the head of house, of course he chose Nengi, because then Nengi was his serious love interest. He was not her. So, but then him and Dorothy were friends. Like, they were very, very good friends. And at that time, Dorothy, coming from the point of a female, and I've had that situation before, where I think later backfired. I think things like that easily backfire. So I think I have learned my lesson, never to give any love advice. Go there, whatever happens. If you get heartbroken, I'm there for you. I'll give you the shoulder to cry. to cry on, you understand? Because sometimes giving that advice has a way of backfiring, because Dorothy had kept telling also then that Nengi was just playing with his feelings. Nengi was just, and she was making him lose focus in his game. He should do what actually brought him there. And when he won head of house, he chose Nengi comfortably. Of course, Dorothy was kind of, I don't know, will I say, was she sad, or she was just sucking up the whole thing? And then she went to lie down. He came out, like it was just, for me, it was just obvious. He chose Nengi over Dorothy, and Dorothy was not happy about it. She felt abandoned. That's the thing. And then continually it talks about V, Nengi talking about V new relationship. Okay, V, okay, now after also won the head of house, chose Nengi as his deputy, and of course that gave them access to the head of house lounge. Now they were allowed to invite two people to come and visit them, which obviously their two friends, New and V, were the ones they invited to the head of house lounge. And then along the line, V and Nengi were talking about relationship. Now V on her own part is like, she's not sure of New, and right now he's pledging all loyalty and all that, but by the time fame comes in, he meets women that are ready to spend on him, that she does not know if he's still going to take her seriously, or if he's still going to be by her side. And Nengi kept reassuring her that, babe, don't worry, New loves you, that kind of thing. It's so definitely. So going down, it was just Watoni, Tricky T teasing Kid about marriage. Watoni was asking Kid, do you see yourself getting married? And he was like, and they were like, what about your playboy life? He was like, at least by the time he wants to get married, by then he's done with his playboy life. So when he's getting married, he's fully going to be committed to the marriage. And Tricky T was just being sarcastic about the whole thing. I was like, and the whole thing, they were just having fun and all that. And then, as I said, they won their fight, their tax, of course. Ozosurin always took them to the winning spree. Yeah. So basically, that is it. Then the concluding part was finally Ozo and Nengi retired to the head of house lounge, and they were sharing the bed because that's the rule. The deputy and the head of house needed to sleep in the head of house lounge, and definitely it was just one bed there. And then she just laid some pillows in between, and the story just keeps going on, and that is it. So please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my video, share it too if you can. Thank you so much, and see you